Welcome to Fantasy Audiobook, Dungeon Survival. I can add points infinitely. Chapter 61. Looking at the purple gold ring in his hand, there is a circle of unknown runes engraved on it. Chen Chenggen did not expect that this thing is actually the ultimate purple equipment. But that's right, the ultimate purple quality, and the golden quality, only weapons need the king's soul. In contrast, equipment such as armor and rings does not require a king's soul at all. As for the basic effect of the relic ring, the mana recovery speed is doubled. This effect seems ordinary, but it is very important to Chen Chenggen. Originally relying on the body's self-healing, it would take him 10 hours to restore his mana to full. However, every time you explore a scene, you may need to activate skills or equipment effects. This also led to, except for resting at night, Chen Chenggen's mana was almost never full during the day. Now with the basic effect of the relic ring, he can regenerate his mana in just 5 hours. Even if you encounter several high-intensity battles in a row, you don't have to worry about not having enough mana. As for the two equipment effects of the relic ring, needless to say, the first effect directly maximizes the output capacity. Not only has superpower, but also a large-scale strike. Whether it is against a group or a single person, it can exert its greatest power. As for the second effect, this is the first time Chen Chenggen has seen it. The reason why the thunder-slashing sword cannot activate the second equipment effect is because it lacks the other half of the blade. The relic ring is different, its second equipment effect is actually sealed. Chen Chenggen needs to defeat the incomplete form of the relic lord to unseal the effect of this equipment. The four-dimensional attributes are all 300 points. It seems that it will take a while to solve it. Chen Chenggen closed the information interface, and then put the relic ring on his left hand. At the same time, after Chen Chenggen took away the 3 treasures in the palace. With a click, all the pictures in front of me suddenly shattered like a broken mirror. The next moment, the scene turned into a small space made of gray shiraishi bricks in all directions. Is it a special scene, or a special enchantment? Chen Chenggen was puzzled by the changes in front of him. The desert scene just now was too huge to imagine. But after the desert scene collapsed, the space in front of him only had an area of about 1,000 square meters. This made Chen Chenggen have some guesses. Perhaps it is he who holds the treasure map, and when he enters this scene, he will trigger a certain rule, thus entering the special enchantment of the desert where the Palace of the Ruins is located. But no matter what, the treasures of the Relic Lord this time are not so big. Next, should we continue to advance the scene, or transform the evil soul, or go to the market to have a look? Chen Chenggen thought about the next thing. With the potion of soul in hand, he can transform a large amount of soul coins into evil souls to become stronger. But at the market, no matter looking for a blacksmith, or trading with a pharmacist, a goblin merchant, etc., you need soul coins. In Dungeon World, soul coins are the hard currency. Even if other items can be exchanged for equivalent value during the transaction, Chen Chenggen doesn't have many items that can be exchanged. Of course, he most hopes that someone can take over the evil god's eye. Before obtaining the apostle of the evil god again, it is completely useless to put this thing on him. After all, every time you attract the gaze of the supreme evil god, you have to sacrifice at least 100 attributes. As his 4-dimensional attribute gets higher, it even exceeds this number. It's just that Chen Chenggen feels that not many people would dare to take over the eye of the evil god. Even the mysterious market owner would probably be startled when he saw the evil god's eyes. Let's advance the scene first. I don't know what unique props will be rewarded after the hegemony mode is over. Chen Chenggen thought for a moment, and decided to advance a wave of scenes. Following the green route he had memorized in his mind before, he could pass through more than 20 scenes without any pain. Even in these scenarios, the danger is small, and the rewards that can be obtained are not particularly rich. But as long as it can trigger the effect of the Tooth of the Blood God, it is enough to add a few more layers of exuberant blood energy. So, Chen Chenggen took Xuanwu and AKAs and began to speed through the dungeon scene. The night is coming. 48th scene. Chen Chenggen had just killed a dozen goblins, and the visibility of the surrounding environment began to decline. The night is coming so soon. Seeing the appearance of the dark night environment, Chen Chenggen prepared to rest for a while. On this day, he advanced a full 21 scenes, almost pushing all the scenes marked by the green route. If it weren't for the way, it would take some time to explore some resources and dissect the corpses of mutated animals. Chen Chang'an was able to advance several more scenes. In addition, killing monsters and opening treasure chests along the way, except for some food and water sources. He also got 600 soul coins and 950 evil souls. Count the 100 evil souls dropped by killing the low-level demon Macath before. Chen Chang'an used the deep magic bottle to refine 105 soul crystals, all of which were used to enhance the 4-dimensional attributes. At this moment, his 4-dimensional attribute has reached 210 points. 48th scene. Although the night fell, Chen Chang'an had just killed the monsters in the current scene, and a wooden box fell in the center of the scene soon. After Chen Chang'an opened it, he found that 10 magic fish fruits fell out. Magic fruit. A fruit that contains magic power and cannot be eaten directly. It is one of the rare ingredients in the dungeon world. Except for the magic fish fruit, there were no other rewards popping out of the wooden box. But for Chen Chang'an, enough is enough. He searched for a long time in his own area, but he couldn't find a magic fish fruit. He didn't expect it to be dropped at this time. Soon, Chen Chang'an set up a bonfire, took out a dry pot, and took out 2 500 milliliters bottles of mineral water. The reason is not to use the pure water produced by the condensation water orb. It is because the water source that can provide healing effects will affect the nature of the mana potion. Unless Chen Chang'an can find a special material to reconcile the healing potion and mana potion, pure water can be used for refining. After the water in the dry pot boiled, Chen Chang'an took out the cold star grass and the magic fishy fruit, followed the steps in the blueprint, poured them gradually, and started refining. After 10 minutes passed, a light blue liquid appeared in the dry pot with a capacity of 500 milliliters. Successfully refining the weak mana potion, gaining 2 points of proficiency. Reminder: the proficiency is full, and the alchemy skill has been raised to LV.7. Seeing the prompt that appeared in front of him, Chen Chang'an knew that the weak mana potion had been successfully refined. At the same time, alchemy has also been upgraded by a level. Alchemy technique LV.7. Quality: blue. Effect: there is a 90% success rate in refining low-level potions, and there is a 15% chance to upgrade it to a medium level. There is a 30% success rate in refining medium potions. A lot of proficiency can be obtained if the refining is successful, and a small amount of proficiency can be obtained if the refining fails. Note: different types of potions consume different mana. Proficiency: 0-100ths. When the proficiency is full, the skill level will be increased. Required to level up: 100 evil souls. After upgrading to LV.7, the success rate of alchemy has increased by 10% whether it is refining low-grade potions or medium potions. Even when refining inferior potions, there is a 15% chance of upgrading to medium potions. However, as the level of alchemy increases, the proficiency that can be obtained will be reduced a lot if you continue to refine inferior potions. After watching the changes in alchemy, Chen Chang'an closed the skill interface and looked at the potion in the dry pot. Weak mana potion. Effect: every 100 milliliters can restore 50 points of mana. Introduction: I can use my skills again. Chen Chang'an bought a bottle of weak mana potion from Dr. Bird's Beak, which also restored 50 mana points. It's just that he didn't open it for use at the time, but now it seems that the medicine sold by the pharmacist seems to have a capacity of 100 milliliters in each bottle. After a while, Chen Chang'an put the weak mana potion into another wooden barrel. Immediately afterwards, he continued to refine the weak mana potion, the weak healing potion. Successfully refining the weak mana potion, gain 1 point of proficiency. Successfully refining the weak healing potion, gain 1 point of proficiency. Successfully refining the weak healing potion, gain 1 point of proficiency. About an hour later, Chen Chang'an refined a total of 1,000 milliliters of weak mana potions. And 4,000 milliliters weak healing potion. Among them, there is not much market for weak mana potions. Because of your own area, everyone quickly advances to the scene. Acquiring skills and green equipment with equipment effects, there are less than 10 people in total. Skills and equipment effects, of course, need to consume mana. But these abilities have a certain cooling time. In addition, the amount they have mastered is not much, just wait for the body to recover automatically. Therefore, it is estimated that not many people will buy weak mana potions. So this time, Chen Chenggen just put the most popular weak healing potion on the trading market. Chat area 5,121 people. Didn't expect it. I squatted down to Xiaohangyao again. Worry, this is already the third batch of medicine. Can you let me order it? Ha ha ha, I got it too. By the way, at noon tomorrow is the end of the hegemony mode, and I don't know what rewards I can get. Whatever, anyway, our side crushes thousands of scenes from the lighthouse country, and we are sure to win. I'll go. Chang'an boss has pushed it to the 48th scene. What, is it so fierce? Edward, who is in second place, has just reached the 35th scene even if he has the advantage of the map. I guess this wave of hegemony rewards, the big brother is going to get the only props, just thinking about it makes me envious. Seeing the boss get a powerful item is more uncomfortable than killing me. As the chat area became lively again. The weak healing potion that Chen Chenggen had just listed on the trading market was also sold out at an astonishing speed. Reminder, 4,000 milliliters weak healing potion has been sold, and 4,000 soul coins and 2,000 evil souls have been obtained. Seeing the profits after the transaction, Chen Chenggen was in a good mood. He decisively took out the proceeds from the transaction, and stuffed all 2,000 evil souls into the deep magic bottle. Several hours had passed since the night fell, but Chen Chenggen's side was still very safe, and no monsters came to attack him. Suddenly, there was a wave of vibration from the deep magic bottle. Chen Chenggen, who was resting with his eyes closed, immediately opened his eyes. Because too many evil souls were refined this time, the deep magic bottle has been refined until now, and only 200 soul crystals were successfully refined. Dungeon Hunter, Chen Chenggen. Title, Herald of Light. Health, 100%. Mana, 1750 2100. Strength, 210 plus. Constitution, 210 plus. Dexterity, 210 plus. Spirit, 210 plus. Lucky, 1. Soul coins, 11,230. Evil soul, 0. After opening the personal information, Chen Chenggen quickly added points in batches. As before, soul crystals are used to enhance the four-dimensional attributes and maintain balance. Strength, 260 plus 50. Constitution, 260 plus 50. Agility, 260 plus 50. Spirit, 260 plus 50. About an hour later, 200 soul crystals were all absorbed by Chen Chenggen. This made him feel that his whole body was full of strength. It is estimated that if you add a few more points, you can consider challenging the Relic Lord. It's just that I don't know exactly what effect the power of the Lord has. Chen Chenggen touched the relic ring on his left hand, feeling a little curious in his heart. Perhaps after defeating the Relic Lord with 300 points of four-dimensional attributes, you can get more rewards. Afterwards, Chen Chenggen went to bed early and prepared to go to the market tomorrow. The day is coming. The night gradually receded, and the visibility of the scene was quickly restored. Chen Chenggen also gets up early. It's just that after he finished his breakfast, he looked helplessly at Xuanwu who had just eaten. Since completing the first transformation, Xuanwu has not only been improved in all aspects, but also his appetite has been greatly improved. Less than 3 days had passed, and the wolf king meat was almost eaten up. As for the mutated wild wolf meat and mutated dog meat, they were all exhausted yesterday. Fortunately, Chen Chenggen's speed passed more than 20 scenes yesterday, and most of the rewards from the treasure chest were food. Otherwise, at noon today, I don't even know what to eat. By the way, isn't mutated meat able to improve attributes? After eating so much, I don't even feel the slightest bit. Could it be that it's because my attribute is too high that those flesh and blood can't have any effect on me? Chen Chenggen threw away the only piece of Wolf King barbecue left on the bonfire, with a thoughtful expression on his face. Xuanwu next to him immediately opened his mouth wide and swallowed the roast meat, showing a satisfied expression. Forget it, anyway, I don't rely on flesh and blood to improve attributes. Chen Chenggen soon stopped worrying about this problem, took Xuanwu and AKAs, and prepared to go to the next scene. Master, you can go to the right this time. Hearing what AKAs said, Chen Chenggen immediately walked to the passage on the right. He has already walked the green route recorded in the treasure map, and one step further, it is the scene he has broken through. The scenes that have already been passed will not be added to the personal list, so there is no benefit in entering. So, without a map to guide you, only AKAs can maximize Chen Chenggen's income. Why did Chen Chenggen encounter many powerful monsters in the scene he walked through? Others rarely encountered those monsters. This is because AKAs can judge which scene can get more benefits based on Chen Chenggen's current strength. After a while, Chen Chenggen came to the 49th scene through the dark passage. The moment Chen Chenggen stepped into this scene, he felt a biting cold wind blowing. This scene is actually an ice cave. In the ice cave, there is a strange creature. Their body is the same as that of a horse, with 4 limbs on the ground, tall, with ponytails on their backs. But their upper body actually looks like an octopus. It's as if someone cut off the horse's head, then install an octopus on the horse's neck to form this weird creature. Murloc Knight. Combat Power Index, 35. Defense Index, 29. Introduction. The mutated life form researched by the Murlocs in the dungeon world can adapt to life on land. It possesses the magic of the sea of the Murlocs and the physical strength of a mutant horse. It turned out to be a mutant life form that was transformed. After reading the alien tactical glasses and giving the Murloc Knight information, only then did Chen Chenggen understand why there was such a strange life. At the same time, a dozen Murloc Knights on the field also spotted Chen Chenggen's position. This made them charge quickly, and the 8 octopus tentacles condensed into 8 long spears made of frost. However, in the face of their attacks, Chen Chenggen walked on the ice in a calm manner. Every time the Murloc Knights attacked, he easily dodged them. But in the face of Chen Chenggen's attack, the Murloc Knight lost half his life on the spot. This was the case when Chen Chenggen didn't use his strength. In fact, this situation was mainly caused by the effect of the Blood God's Fang. As the only prop, it is also an item related to the gods. Blood God Fang's ability to draw blood is very overbearing. Chen Chenggen just scratched the skin, and it was able to drain almost half of the Murloc Knight's blood in an instant. Although every 10 times blood is drawn, Chen Chenggen can be superimposed with a layer of exuberant blood energy. This seems to give Chen Chenggen a bug, using a weak healing potion to restore blood to the monster, and then draw it repeatedly. But this is actually a loss-making business. If the target is not strong enough, and Chen Chenggen has not recovered the opponent's blood, the Blood God's Tooth can drain all the opponent's blood. In addition, weak healing potions are the main source for Chen Chenggen to earn a lot of evil souls. If you only think about increasing the upper limit of your health, then the growth rate of the 4-dimensional attribute will drop rapidly, which is not worth the loss. Thick blood is a good thing, but if the 4-dimensional attribute cannot keep up, it will become a sandbag for the strong. It didn't take long for Chen Chenggen to kill all the dozen Murloc Knights in this scene. Counting the blood transformation accumulated by the Blood God's Fang in more than 20 speed passing scenes before, he has now stacked 10 layers of exuberant blood energy, and the upper limit of his life has been permanently increased by 1,000 points. Kill the Murloc Knight, get 25 soul coins and 25 evil souls. Kill the Murloc Knight, get 25 soul coins and 25 evil souls. Kill the Murloc Knight, get 25 soul coins and 25 evil souls. ... After the kill prompt appeared, Chen Chenggen got a total of 300 soul coins and 300 evil souls. At the same time, a bronze box fell out of the center of the scene. Chen Chenggen walked up to the bronze box and opened it immediately. The bronze box has been opened. Congratulations on getting 100 soul coins, 100 evil souls, and primary space stones. In an instant, 3 small balls of light fell out of the bronze box. Although there was only 1 item dropped this time, the number of soul coins and evil souls was about double that of a normal bronze box. Chen Chenggen put away all the rewards, and used the primary space stone to increase the size of the storage space to 1,000 cubic meters. Although the primary space stone has other uses, but in the hands of Chen Chenggen, its best use is to increase the size of the storage space. It's a pity that the primary space stone can only increase the storage space to 1000 cubic meters at most. If you want to increase the size of the storage space again, you may need a more advanced space stone. Then Chen Chenggen put all the 400 evil souls he had just obtained into the deep magic bottle for refining. Immediately afterwards, he began to explore the scene. It's a pity that there seems to be nothing in this scene except for the ice layer. Master, there seems to be something under the ice. Just when Chen Chenggen was about to go to the next scene, AKAs suddenly spoke. Under the ice. Hearing this, Chen Chenggen looked at the pure white ice. However, under the ice, there is nothing to see except darkness. But he still chooses to believe in AKAs. With a bang, Chen Chenggen smashed most of the ice with his super strength. As the cracks continued to spread, part of the ice layer began to be unbearable and completely cracked. The next moment, a small space was exposed under the ice layer. There is actually a small scene here. This is the first time Chen Chenggen has encountered such a situation. He immediately jumped to the underground space, lit a piece of wood with a flint and found that there were many murals carved on the underground wall. Although Chen Chenggen couldn't understand these abstract murals, he could find out that they were left by the murlocs. In addition to drawings that resemble murlocs, there are many drawings of animals. Chen Chenggen even saw some pictures of operating tables in the murals. The murlocs don't know how to master technology, do they? Chen Chenggen secretly guessed. If this is the case, it proves that the murloc knights who were killed just now were all bio-modified bodies, not transformed by magic. After Chen Chenggen finished viewing all the murals, a rock pillar suddenly rose from the ground. In the inner groove of the rock pillar, there is a potion bottle filled with light blue liquid. Chen Chenggen walked over and took it out. Congratulations on getting the Murloc Transformation Ocean Potion. Murloc Transformation Oceanization Potion. Effect. After drinking, there will be a huge mutation in the body's genes, which will evolve the organs' limbs characteristics of certain marine organisms, and increase the four-dimensional attributes to between 30 and 40. After drinking, there is a 50% chance of mastering the exclusive skills of the Murlocs, and a 50% chance of mastering certain marine abilities. Introduction. This is the crystallization of wisdom, allowing land creatures to possess the abilities of sea creatures. It's really a biological gene. Chen Chenggen was very surprised after seeing the effects of the marine potion. This shows that the dungeon world really does not only have magical power. There is also a body of scientific and technological knowledge. However, this bottle of marine medicine has no effect on Chen Chenggen. So he threw it into the storage space and traded it later. Then Chen Chenggen explored for a while, and after finding that there was nothing else of value in this scene, he went to the next scene. As for why not dig ice? Because the ice in this scene, as long as it is broken, it will turn into a chill and gradually disappear, and it will turn into a piece of ice soon after. Although he didn't understand this situation, Chen Chenggen could only give up this ice cave. Immediately afterwards, under the guidance of AKAs, he chose the passage on the right. After a while, Chen Chenggen brought Xuanwu and AKAs to the 50th scene. The scene is very small, but there is a statue of a woman in the center. In addition, the channels in the other three directions are all opened. Obviously, this is a special scene. Chen Chenggen walked to the statue and reached out to touch it. Guardian Goddess Statue. You can choose to consume 50 mana points to obtain a shelter stone. The shelter stone. Chen Chenggen thought for a moment, and chose to consume mana to see what effect the protection stone had. After a while, the statue of the guardian goddess emitted a faint white fluorescence, and finally turned into a pure white stone the size of a marble. Shield stone. Effect. When the night comes, you can consume 10 mana points to make the shelter stone emit special waves, so that the dungeon monsters cannot break into your current scene. The protection stone can be used up to 3 times, and will disappear after the number of uses reaches 0. Introduction. Don't be afraid of monsters in the dark, the loving patron goddess will bless you to pass the night safely. It turned out to be safe through the night environment. After reading the information about the shelter stone, Chen Chenggen suddenly realized that he could make a lot of money again. He himself is very strong, and ordinary dungeon monsters who dare to break into his resting scene are looking for death. But for others, the shelter stone is an item with a sense of security. Especially before, more than 1,000 people died at once, which made many people extremely fearful. So this time, as long as the shelter stone is listed on the trading market, many people will definitely buy it. So Chen Chenggen decisively started the act of making shelter stones. Gain a total of 42 sanctuary stones when his mana is depleted. Just before that, a batch of weak mana potions were refined. Chen Chenggen took out 1,000 milliliters of weak mana potion and drank it all. In an instant, as soon as the liquid potion entered the mouth, it turned into a magical force, flowing to Chen Chenggen's limbs and bones. Afterwards, he took out the weak mana potion he bought from Dr. Bird's beak and drank it together. This instantly restores Chen Chenggen's mana to 550 points. It's still too little. It's a pity that there is no magic fish fruit, and the body can only recover mana automatically. After all lesser mana potions are consumed, Chen Chenggen gets another 11 sanctuary stones through the Patronus statue. In fact, Chen Chenggen also has a potion that temporarily grants 500 mana. But that bottle of magic potion has a very important effect, which is to eliminate the cooldown time of all skills and equipment effects within 15 seconds. This effect alone is enough to be the bottom of the box. Therefore, Chen Chenggen will keep the magic potion unless it is absolutely necessary. Subsequently, Chen Chenggen put a total of 53 shelter stones on the trading market. Seller: Chen Chenggen. Trading object: shelter stone. See details. Requirement: 30 evil souls. Optional: 30 soul coins. Quantity: 53, 1 purchase per person. After drawing up, Chen Chenggen began to wait. The price of the protection stone is neither high nor low in the area. But anyone who has advanced through 10 scenes will definitely be able to buy it. Seeing the prompts in front of him, Chen Chenggen realized that there are actually 2 ways to reward half of the resources and luck in the enemy area. Among them, the lucky attribute +1 can be regarded as a very precious reward. Even for Chen Chenggen, the lucky attribute has always been kept at 1 point. Now that I have 2 points of luck, the rewards for opening treasure chests may be more abundant in the future. Even the lucky 4-leaf clover has a higher probability of triggering the second treasure chest. In addition to increasing the lucky attribute by 1 point, Chen Chenggen can also choose one of the other reward options. It looks like the rewards are few and far between. But this is only a reward for winning an area, and all members of your own area can get it. Therefore, such rewards are not too small. Seeing the second reward option, Chen Chenggen still chooses props. After all, this is a reward for everyone. Whether it is soul coins, evil souls, or equipment and skills, it is estimated that there are not many, and the quality may also be white quality. Therefore, choosing props is more valuable for Chen Chenggen. Reminder: you have selected the item and obtained the Scroll of Evil Spirit Power. Scroll of Evil Spirit Power. Effect: a one-time enchantment can be performed on the weapon, so that it can obtain additional equipment effects related to the characteristics of evil spirits. Introduction: may the evil spirits never die, and be transformed into a cage. Scroll of Evil Spirit Power. Seeing this, Chen Chenggen was a little confused. According to the previous power scrolls, they are almost all abilities derived from nature, such as fire, thunder, hurricane, earth, poisonous, and so on. Originally mixed among these scrolls, the poison is very unique. Unexpectedly, there is a more special Scroll of Evil Spirit Power. However, Chen Chenggen still put it away and looked at the hints that continued to emerge. Regional rewards have been settled, and the personal list rewards have begun to be settled. The first place can choose a piece of purple quality equipment, the second to 5th place can choose a piece of extreme blue quality equipment, and the 6th to 20th place can choose a piece of blue equipment. From the 21st to the 50th place, choose a piece of extreme green quality equipment and green quality equipment in turn. Because you won the first place in the personal list, you can choose a piece of equipment from the following types. 1. Purple quality weapons. 2. Purple quality armor. 3. Purple quality jewelry. 4. Purple quality boots. 5. Purple quality wings. Seeing the reward settlement of the personal list, Chen Chenggen did not expect that it would be so rich. You must know that apart from him, there are only about 10 people in the area who can obtain green equipment. As for the blue quality equipment, no one has it. It can be seen how rich the rewards of this list are. Especially at the top of the list, you can even get a piece of purple quality equipment. Even for Chen Chang'an, only the Wolf King Sword, Thunder Sword Broken, Demon Wings, and Ruins Ring are purple quality. The selection of rewards this time can just make up for his lack of quality in other parts of the equipment. Although steam boots are only of green quality, my demand for boots is actually not very great. Purple armor may be more suitable for me. Chen Chang'an hesitated for a moment, and finally chose the armor among the boots and armor. After all, combat boots are usually used to increase movement speed. However, the demon wings themselves have impressive speed and can even fly. So even if you choose purple quality boots, it will not greatly improve Chen Chang'an's combat power. But the armor is different. The higher the quality of the armor, the defense provided by it is very different. Hint: you have chosen purple armor as a reward. Choosing a purple armor that suits you. Reminder: congratulations on obtaining the Demon Slayer armor. Armor of Demon Slayer. Quality: purple. Equipment requirements: killed a demon, achieved. Basic defense plus 800. Equipment effect: demon slaying power passive. All your attacks can cause an additional 30% damage to demon units. Absolute demon slaying passive: when you attack a demon unit whose maximum HP is below 20%, it will be executed forcibly. Introduction. Legend has it that the battle armor once worn by the Demon Slayer King made many demons in the demon world frightened. Although this equipment is simply the nemesis of demons. After reading the information about the Demon Slayer armor, Chen Chang'an was very surprised. The first is the basic defense, which is 8 times that of the armor of darkness. The second is the 2 equipment effects, all of which are aimed at demons. Adding damage and beheading: even a demon whose comprehensive combat power exceeds Chen Chang'an's is likely to be killed by him. After putting away the Demon Slayer armor, Chen Chang'an began to look forward to the last reward. This is also an additional reward that only he can get. Reminder: since you are in the winning area and are number 1 on the personal list, you will randomly obtain a unique item. Congratulations on obtaining the Alien Biological Balance. The only one. Alien Creature Balance Unique. Effect: you can place trading items, unlimited in quantity, on one end of the scale, and there is a certain probability of attracting void creatures to trade. After you have traded with the alien creature, you need to wait 24 hours before you can trade again. Reminder: items of unique nature must attract strange creatures, and can be exchanged for the top treasures from the hands of strange creatures. Tip: alien creatures can ignore the effects of dungeon rules, but they are usually gentle. As long as they don't attack, they are happy to trade with you. Introduction. Any abnormal creature has survived for countless years, and their treasures are definitely beyond your imagination, provided you have enough bargaining chips. In an instant, a weird scale appeared in Chen Chang'an's hands. This thing is the same as the Fang of the Blood God. There is no special fluctuation before the specified effect is triggered. But after seeing the effect of the alien creature balance, Chen Chang'an felt ecstasy in his heart. As long as he takes out enough trade items, he can attract void creatures to trade. And these strange creatures, like the supreme evil god, can ignore the influence of the rules of the dungeon. Fortunately, the alien creatures are relatively mild and will not actively attack Chen Chang'an. So in the information interface, there will be prompts instead of warnings. In the hands of every strange creature, there are countless treasures. But only items of unique nature can be exchanged for the top treasures from them. It was this message that made Chen Chang'an feel ecstatic. Finally, I was able to send away the crap, the Eye of the Cthulhu. Therefore, Chen Chang'an immediately took out the evil god's eye from the storage space and placed it on one of the ends of the balance of alien organisms. The scale of the alien creature is not big, but it seems to have the ability of space, and it can shrink any item and place it on one end. Hint: the alien creature Devourer of Stars has appeared. Warning: please do not show hostility or murderous intent to the Devourer of Stars, let alone launch an attack. After a while, a special ancient atmosphere came quietly. It was an indescribable creature. The lower body was a snake body, and the upper body was like a giant tree with countless thick branches. Every branch is covered with stars that have been compressed into apple shapes, and countless terrifying auras seep out from the stars. After the Devourer of Stars appeared, he didn't make unnecessary moves. He just used the golden vines-like limbs to take out a cross with a length of about 40 centimeters from a star, and placed it on the other end of the balance of strange creatures. Ding! The alien creature's balance sounded a bell, and then began to measure. It didn't take long for both ends of the platform to be in a state of balance, which means that the transaction items of both parties are of equal value. Seeing this, the Devourer of Stars used golden vines to take away the eye of the evil god. In the next moment, his figure gradually became transparent, disappearing as if in a blur. Is this a strange creature? Chen Chang'an didn't come to his senses until after the transaction was over. Originally, I saw that the alien creature could ignore the influence of the dungeon rules, and it was relatively mild. Chen Chang'an also thought that these strange creatures might be a little weaker than the supreme evil god. But now it seems that both are on the same level. In particular, the Devourer of Stars had the greatest impact on Chen Chang'an. The whole body is covered with stars, and the other party supports at least tens of thousands of stars. And those stars revealed many powerful auras. Perhaps, every star is a world of life. It seems that chasing to the level of the supreme evil god is more difficult than imagined. Forget it, let's take a look at the top treasures that the Devourer of Stars has produced. After Chen Chang'an sighed, he immediately took the silver-white cross from the alien creature's balance. Amulet of Rebirth Unique. Effect. When you die, you will respawn in a random place. When you trigger the rebirth effect, it goes on a 24-hour cooldown. Introduction. Faith keeps us going forward. After seeing the effect of the rebirth talisman, Chen Chang'an couldn't help but froze for a few seconds. Resurrection. It is actually the only property item that can bring about resurrection effects. And there are no side effects, and even only a 24-hour cooling time. Doesn't this mean that there is a chance of resurrection every day? After the shock, Chen Chang'an put the rebirth amulet in the storage space with a happy face. With this thing, he still needs to sign a devil's contract. I didn't expect that the eye of the evil god could be exchanged for such a powerful unique item. It seems that in the eyes of alien creatures, unique props are considered top treasures. In this case, Chen Chang'an quickly calmed down, and after thinking about it, he turned his attention to the indescribable scroll. This unique property also has a lot of side effects. If it can be exchanged for a unique property without side effects from the alien creature, that's blood money. Although Chen Chang'an really wanted to trade the indescribable scroll with the alien creature now. But after trading with the alien creature, the balance of the alien creature enters a 24-hour cooldown period. So he could only wait until noon tomorrow before trading with the alien creature. Then Chen Chang'an set up a bonfire and began to prepare lunch. After lunch, his mana had also returned to full. At the same time, the deep magic bottle was also successfully refined, spit out 110 soul crystals. This made Chen Chang'an open the personal information immediately. Dungeon Hunter, Chen Chang'an. Title, Herald of Light. Health, 100%. Mana, 2700. Strength, 270 plus. Constitution, 270 plus. Agility, 270 plus. Spirit, 270 plus. Lucky, 2. Soul coins, 12,040. Evil soul, 0. Chen Chang'an thought for a moment, and quickly took out 100 soul crystals to add points in batches. Strength, 295 plus 25. Constitution, 295 plus 25. Agility, 295 plus 25. Spirit, 295 plus 25. Due to the 4D nature of this ascension, it is not as massive as before. So Chen Chang'an finished adding points in less than half an hour. As for the remaining 10 soul crystals, he planned to use them for AKAs. Although AKA's second ability has not yet been activated. But Chen Chang'an had some vague guesses based on the opponent's performance in the ice cave. If there is no accident, AKA's second ability may be able to explore the hidden value of the current scene. This ability seems a bit tasteless, but it is also very good. In the past, Chen Chang'an followed the guidance of AKAs and entered each scene. But the valuable objects in the scene were all slowly explored by him after spending a lot of time. So if AKA's second ability is really guessed by Chen Chenggen, then he can save a lot of time when he enters any scene in the future. After AKA's absorbed 10 soul crystals, her second ability, the progress bar, had reached 51%. There are still 49 soul crystals left before it can be fully activated. Next, let's go to the market. After the hegemony mode is over, Chen Chenggen does not need to actively advance the scene as before. It also gives him time to do other things. So he was going to the market first. After the transaction is over, use the soul potion to convert all the remaining soul coins into evil souls. Afterwards, after the evil soul is refined into soul crystals and a wave of 4-dimensional attributes is improved, then fight against the relic lord in the relic ring. Akash, you stay in the iron sheet first. Xuanwu, come closer to me. After Chen Chenggen packed everything, he took out the market transmission order. As for whether to continue to pass the statue of the guardian goddess, continue to exchange the shelter stone. There is no rush for this. Anyway, after leaving the market, I will still return to this scene. Soon, Chen Chenggen consumes 100 mana points to activate the market teleport order. In an instant, a circular magic circle with a diameter of 5 meters appeared at the feet of him and Xuanwu. The next moment, both were transported to a certain space node by space magic. After the teleportation, Chen Chenggen opened his eyes and found that he seemed to have come to a city. This is a very large space, and its scope is almost the same as the desert enchantment he has been to before, endless. Many houses where fantasy creatures lived were built here, including huge tree holes, stone brick houses, and even biological buildings made of certain creatures. At the same time, there are many different life races here. There are tree people, orcs, stone people, normal humans and so on. After coming to the market, Chen Chenggen always feels as if he has come to another world. So it's a dungeon hunter. I didn't expect you to come here. At this time, a small humanoid creature came. Chen Chenggen took a look and found that it was a goblin merchant who had done business with him before. Can you tell me about the market situation? Chen Chenggen dropped 10 soul coins. I saw the goblin merchant burst out with incredible speed and caught the soul coin. Of course, dear dungeon hunter. Please come with me. The market is divided into 3 major areas, namely the trading area, residential area and professional area. As you can see, this is the residential area. Pass through this main street and go to the end. On the left is the trading area, and on the right is the professional area. After getting the soul coin, the goblin merchant was very enthusiastic and immediately introduced it to Chen Chenggen. Take me first to find the most skilled blacksmith here. Chen Chenggen looked at the surrounding environment thoughtfully, then spoke. His main purpose in coming to the market was to find a blacksmith to recast the Wolf King sword. So for the situation of the market, it is enough to have a general understanding, and it is not necessary to live here. I know who you are looking for, please go to the professional area with me. Whether it's blacksmiths, pharmacists, enchanters, or synthesizers, etc., they all set up shops in the professional area. Upon hearing this, the goblin merchant immediately led the way for Chen Chenggen and continued to introduce him. Walking on the main street of the market, Chen Chenggen could notice the eyes of many passers-by. But compared to him, more people were watching Xuanwu with curiosity. This is the first time they have seen such a special twin body. At the same time, Chen Chenggen also learned the basic situation of the market from the goblin merchant population. Like the desert enchantment where the relic palace is located, this is a type of large enchantment. Only through a specific teleportation array, that is, the market teleportation order, can you enter and exit freely. However, people who live in this enchantment must regularly hand in soul coins as a living fee. People who open shops in the professional area naturally have to pay fees. Only people in the trading area don't. Because the original intention of the market owner is to allow the intelligent creatures in the dungeon to survive by helping each other. Of course, after the transaction, if you want to stay overnight in the market, you also need to pay soul coins. According to the description of the goblin merchant, there are 6 other safe areas similar to the bazaar in the dungeon world. It's just that in those areas, ordinary people can't find the way at all, and naturally they can't enter them. Here we are, this is the professional area, the most skilled blacksmith, Roke. It is rumored that he can create extreme purple quality equipment, and even gold quality equipment. But his fees are also very high, and only a very small number of strong people will come to his shop. Soon, the goblin merchant pointed to a house made of obsidian. This obsidian stone house is about 2,000 square meters, and the blacksmith's emblem is hung on the outside. Through the translucent doors and windows, one can see the interior walls, covered with pieces of sophisticated equipment. Rock, does he have a brother named Ross? Hearing the goblin merchant's introduction, Chen Chenggen suddenly remembered the blacksmith Ross he had met before. Huh, have you met Ross? Then the fate between you is really not small. Ross is Rock's younger brother. Although his forging skills are not as superb as his big brother, it is rumored that he can create purple quality equipment, which is enough to surpass 99% of blacksmiths in the professional area. The goblin merchant had a slightly surprised expression, but he still introduced it to Chen Chenggen. Thanks, after I finish my business with Rock, I will go to the trading area for a while. Chen Chenggen nodded, then walked into the shop. Then I'll go to the trading area and wait for you. I just got a lot of goods recently. The goblin merchant smiled and immediately walked towards the trading area. After entering the shop, Chen Chenggen quickly saw a strong man handling some materials from the corner. Although Rock was the most skilled blacksmith in the market, his shop seemed a bit cool, and he didn't see many people at all. Huh, a guest. Buy equipment or build equipment? Let's talk about it first. The equipment on my side is not cheap, but it is definitely worth the money. Sensing Chen Chenggen's figure, Rock raised his head to take a look, then lowered his head to continue processing the materials. I'm here to build equipment. I have a king's soul here. Chen Chenggen walked over and took out the king's soul entrusted in the pale golden jade. Wang Hun, looks like another big deal. Hearing Wang Hun's words, Luoke stopped his movements, and his face became serious. Well, the quality of this king's soul is quite high. Tell me, what kind of equipment are you going to build, and do you have your own materials? Rock took the guyu from Chen Chenggen, looked at it for a while, and after making a preliminary judgment, he signaled to Chen Chenggen that he could take out the equipment materials. I don't have much material here, but I want to use this broken sword as material to recast this great sword. Chen Chenggen took out the thunder slashing sword and the wolf king sword. Although the thunder slashing great sword is a golden quality weapon in its complete form, but the probability of finding the other end of the blade is really slim. Chen Chenggen simply made it a material to reshape the body of the Wolf King sword. This broken sword seems to have been a golden weapon. You are really willing to use it as a material. Hey, this great sword. Did you find a blacksmith named Ross and forge it? Rock fumbled for the thunder-slaying sword first, and then picked up the Wolf King sword with a surprised expression on his face. That's right. He was the one who forged this sword. It's just that there were no materials at the time, so the sword wasn't perfect. Chen Chenggen nodded. Well, since it was built by that kid, I think you know something too. Do you still have a rune scroll on your body? Generally speaking, it is something like a scroll of fire power. Rock picked up the King's Soul, Thunder Slashing Sword and Wolf King Sword, walked to the side of the furnace, and asked a question. Chen Chenggen walked over and took out all the power scrolls from the storage space. They are Flame, Hurricane, Thunder, Earth, Evil Spirit, 5 scrolls. There are so many scrolls. Let me say something in advance. Every time the equipment is recast, the branded magic runes will be stripped off. So the 2 magic runes on this great sword will disappear once they are peeled off, but the Evil Spirit gem will not. But with so many scrolls, I can try to get a golden quality weapon. By the way, the forging fee is 7,000 soul coins. If you are willing to believe me, you can pay now, or pay part of the deposit first. Hearing this, even though he was mentally prepared, Chen Chenggen was still surprised by the fee. Before Ross made the Wolf King sword, if not including a large amount of forging materials for mortgage. When the total cost is calculated, it is only less than 1,000 soul coins. I didn't expect such a high fee to be charged as soon as Roke opened his mouth. However, Chen Chenggen was very straightforward and immediately paid 7,000 soul coins. If Rock can really recast the Wolf King sword into a golden quality, then this soul coin is definitely worth spending. Thank you for your trust. Come and pick it up before dark. Rock took a serious look at Chen Chang'an, then put away the soul coins and started forging. Seeing this, Chen Chang'an walked out of the shop and walked towards the trading area. Chapter 71. After coming to the trading area, Chen Chang'an found that there were not as many shops as he had imagined. Almost all the people here are on the ground, just looking for an open space to set up a stall. After visiting more than a dozen stalls, Chen Chang'an did not find what he was looking for. The items that most people sell are relatively common and low-level items or materials. For example, thorn seeds, mutated bat fangs, poisonous spotted flowers, etc. Although some people also sell medicinal materials such as blood coagulation grass and red xingcao. But these things are in poor condition. In particular, I saw a red xylocarpus that was almost withered. Chen Chang'an was seriously suspicious of using this thing to refine medicine, fearing that it might produce negative effects. Forget it, medicine materials, I'd better find a pharmacist later and see if I can buy a batch. Chen Chang'an quickly gave up the idea of buying potion materials in the trading area. Then he turned around, his eyes gradually revealing disappointment. I thought I could come to the market and collect a wave of excellent crops. Now it seems that there are not many good things in the market. After about an hour, the goblin merchant came gradually. Finally found you, respected dungeon hunter. It seems that this trading area does not have what you want. But that's right, how can truly valuable items appear in low-end places? The goblin merchant noticed Chen Chang'an's disappointment, so he showed a mysterious smile. So, good things are all in high-end places. Chen Chang'an took out 10 soul coins and signaled the goblin merchant to lead the way. Think about it too, how can good things appear on street stalls everywhere like bad streets? This is no antique. However, Chen Chang'an also came to the market for the first time, so he is still relatively unfamiliar with the situation here. It's too outlandish for you to do this, but I do know that there is a black market, and there may be something you want. Although the goblin merchant said he was out of touch, he actually put all 10 soul coins in his pocket. Then helped guide the way. Chen Chang'an also didn't talk about the actions of the goblin merchants. It's normal for merchants to seek profit. Soon, led by the goblin merchants, they came to a rare black market. The environment here is very dark, there are few stalls on the side of the road, and each stall owner wears a black cloak to cover his face. Although I don't know what you need, but I also have some good things here. I don't know if you'd be interested. After arriving at his booth, the goblin merchant immediately took out a large number of items. Magic crystal. Effect. Summons a piece of magic crystal, and fires magic light bullets with fixed damage of 100 points to random targets within a certain range, and can launch up to 30 magic light bullets. When the magic light bullets are exhausted, the magic crystal will shatter. Introduction. The ancient crystal contains magical power. Mystery Pendant X. Effect. Consume the magic energy in the pendant to summon a beam of magic light, causing 200 points of magic damage to all enemies along the way. When the magic energy of the pendant is exhausted, it can be replenished by consuming 50 mana points. Introduction. The uniform carried by the mages of the Immortal Empire was once a sharp weapon against demons, but unfortunately, no amount of mysterious pendants could bring victory to the Empire. Mystery Pendant Y. Effect. Consume the magic energy in the pendant, summon 20 magic light bullets, and cause 100 points of magic damage to nearby random targets. When the magic energy of the pendant is exhausted, it can be replenished by consuming 50 mana points. Introduction. The uniform carried by the mages of the Immortal Empire was once a sharp weapon against demons, but unfortunately, no amount of mysterious pendants could bring victory to the Empire. The goblin merchant brought out more than 20 pieces of goods. Compared with the first meeting, the things he brought out this time, both in quantity and quality, far exceeded. After taking a look, Chen Chang'an finally locked on to the other 2 items. Spirit of Vengeance. Effect. When you receive damage, there is a 30% chance to reflect triple damage to the opponent. Introduction. A soul filled with hatred will be fearless of all existence and take revenge by any means. Guardian Necklace. Effect. When you enter a new dungeon scene, you will gain a shield of 30% of your maximum health. This shield cannot be stacked. Introduction. The loving guardian goddess will bless her followers. 2 passive props. One has a chance to reflect triple damage, and the other provides a shield with maximum health. For Chen Chang'an, this is indeed quite attractive. How many soul coins are there for the two pendants, the Vengeful Spirit and the Guardian Necklace? Chen Chang'an quickly picks out his favorite items. 2 of the passive props are for him to use. As for the 2 different mysterious pendants, Chen Chang'an is going to put them up for auction. Unlike ordinary one-time props, these 2 mysterious pendants can be used repeatedly. Coupled with the fact that the damage is not very low, there must be many people willing to win it by then. The mysterious pendant is 200 soul coins each, the Vengeful Spirit and the Guardian Necklace are 300 soul coins and 500 soul coins respectively. Dear Dungeon Hunter, there are 1,200 soul coins in total. The goblin merchant quickly calculated the price, and then rubbed his hands together, expecting Chen Chang'an's payment. Chen Chang'an also decisively took out his soul coins and bought these 4 items. Thank you for your generosity. The goblin merchant saw a large amount of soul coins in his account, and the corners of his mouth almost reached his ears. Then I'll go elsewhere first. After putting the 4 items into the storage space, Chen Chang'an left the goblin merchant's booth. Although there are very few people in the black market, it has to be said that the quality of the items here is quite high. Chen Chang'an was even at a booth and saw the primary space stone and stone armor. It's a pity that the primary space stone is useless to him, only the more advanced space stone can expand the storage space. As for the stone armor, Chen Chang'an originally wanted to buy it. But he saw a reminder that the 20% damage-free ability of the stone armor cannot be superimposed, so he dismissed the idea. But think about it, if the stone armor's damage-free effect can be superimposed, then collecting 5 stone armors, wouldn't it be invincible? Just when Chen Chang'an was about to leave the black market, he found a special item from a stall. Bone Amulet. Effect. The wearer gets 3 talismans, each talisman can resist a fatal injury, and a talisman can be restored every 48 hours. Introduction. The bones of a certain mysterious phantom beast will automatically generate amulets to resist fatal injuries. Hint. Since you have the uniqueness of the balance of creatures, you can check the hidden effect of the bone amulet. Hidden effect. The white bone talisman is the spine of the alien creature, the immortal ancestor. When you use it to trade the alien creature, you will definitely attract the alien creature, the immortal ancestor, and get his top treasure. After seeing the hidden effect of the white bone amulet, Chen Chang'an was instantly attracted. This thing can actually attract alien creatures and immortal ancestors, and exchange them for top-notch treasures. Doesn't this mean that there is another one of a kind item waving at him? What's the price of this bone talisman? Chen Chang'an immediately asked the stall owner. Unlike goblin merchants who dared to show their faces, everyone else in the black market wore black cloaks to cover their faces. The black cloak seemed to have some kind of effect, blocking Chen Chang'an's intuition, making him unable to see the face of the stall owner. Soul coins are not accepted, only life-saving items are accepted. The stall owner seemed to be aware of Chen Chang'an's actions, but he didn't care, and just expressed his needs lightly. Life-saving props. Chen Chang'an looked thoughtful. His current life-saving props are not many, only the Rebirth Amulet and the Guardian Necklace. The former is the only item of nature, and it still has a chance to revive once a day, which is a treasure that Chen Chang'an cannot trade. As for the Guardian Necklace, although it is also very useful. But after a short comparison, the top treasures that can be obtained from the alien creature, the immortal ancestor, seem to be not so precious. Suddenly, Chen Chang'an found a scroll of 19 sheepskin scrolls from the storage space, and there was a faint trace of blood on the scroll. How about this? Chen Chang'an took out the scroll and placed it in front of the stall owner. Devil contract, you actually have such a thing. Seeing the scroll that Chen Chang'an took out, the stall owner was a little surprised for a moment. After signing the devil's contract, the contractor has a chance to reincarnate once when he dies, and can reincarnate a low-level devil. For people of ordinary strength, this is a treasure that is hard to find. After all, they are not like Chen Chang'an, who has a deep magic bottle to continuously improve the 4-dimensional attributes. In the dungeon world, every attribute point is very precious. Therefore, ordinary life races do not object to the incarnation of low-level demons. Because demons, even low-level demons, have 4-dimensional attributes far exceeding ordinary life races. More importantly, after being reincarnated as a low-level demon, the demon family's exclusive skills that are automatically mastered are the most valuable abilities. If it's a devil's contract, it's not impossible. The stall owner thought for a moment, and quickly agreed to the deal. After a while, the bone amulet was put into the storage space by Chen Chenggen. Then he went around the black market and found that there was nothing he wanted, so he left here and returned to the professional area on a daily basis. However, Chen Chenggen did not return to Rock's shop this time, but came to a larger pharmacist's shop. Dear guest, what medicine do you want to buy? Here is the healing potion we just refined. The price is not high. The weak potion costs 50 soul coins, and the strong potion costs 200 soul coins. An old pharmacist enthusiastically introduced his medicine. Weak healing potion. Effect: instantly recover 120 HP. Introduction: the taste is a bit bitter, but it can heal wounds. Powerful healing potion. Effect: instantly restore 240 health points. Description: good healing potion. Chen Chenggen glanced at it, and found that the recovery effect of the potion refined by the other party was completely incomparable with the potion refined by himself. But this is normal, after all, he has the pure water produced by the condensed water orb, which can increase the recovery effect of the healing potion by 20%. As for the price, it is not very expensive. After all, a bottle of medicine has a capacity of 100 milliliters. Taking weak healing medicine as an example, the price of 50 soul coins is actually not low. In contrast, the price Chen Chenggen sells to others is equivalent to 3 times that of the pharmacist. But he is sold in 10 milliliters volume, so others are happy to trade with him. Chen Chenggen suddenly saw a different potion on a pile of healing potions. Weak corruption potion. Effect: 30 points of life can be deducted instantly. Introduction: pharmaceutical materials with unqualified quality will only refine medicines with negative effects. After reading the profile of the corrupt potion, Chen Chenggen understood what this bottle of potion was about. It is estimated that this old man used some withered or incomplete medicine materials to refine them, so this kind of cheating thing was born. However, Chen Chenggen did not expect that the other party would actually put the corrupt potion on the shelves. On the surface, this thing looks like a weak healing potion. If the buyer is not an experienced pharmacist, or has the eyes of a pharmacist, maybe they will really buy the corrupt potion as a healing potion. No wonder the reputation of the pharmacist group is not good in the dungeon world. With such profiteers around, it's no wonder they have a good reputation. However, compared to Dr. Birdsbeak, the old pharmacist obviously restrained himself a lot, and only dared to secretly put in 1 or 2 bottles. After all, he opened a shop in the market. If most of them were potions with negative effects, he would open a hammer shop. Take a step to speak. Chen Chenggen glanced around and found that there were many customers in the store, so he gestured to the old man of medicine. Please follow me. The medicine old man seemed to be not uncommon for this kind of situation, and immediately took Chen Chenggen to the back door. After confirming that there was no one else around, Chen Chenggen took out the pharmacist badge from the storage space. So you are also a member of the organization. I don't know what is the difficulty for you to come to my side. The old man of medicine observed carefully, and found that the waist card was not fake, and the expression on his face became more enthusiastic. I want to buy a batch of medicinal materials. Weak healing potion and weak mana potion, both 247 kinds come in 100 copies. Chen Chenggen went straight to the point. Judging from the large-scale store opened by the old man of pharmacy, it is impossible for the other party to not have these 2 kinds of pharmacy, which are 100% of the materials per day. Ah, you want so many materials. But yes, after all, it is inevitable that the refining will fail. It is also a good thing to have more materials. According to the market price, the price of 100 parts of the materials of these 2 medicines is almost 3,000 soul coins. But they are all members of the same organization. I can give you a 20% discount, 2,400 soul coins are enough. The old pharmacist hesitated for a moment, but agreed to the deal and offered a price. Okay, I want to see if there are any blueprints for potions. Chen Chenggen directly took out 2,400 soul coins, and at the same time of delivery, he did not forget to ask for the potion blueprint. Another benefit of joining the pharmacist organization is that you can trade pharmacist blueprints. Although Chen Chenggen currently has mastered 2 potion blueprints. But for this thing, the more the better, it might be able to deal with more unknown situations after being refined. The blueprint, I have a few here, but the level is higher. I don't know if you can learn it. The potion old man put away the soul coin, and then took out 3 potion blueprints. The old potion man took out 3 potion blueprints, and Chen Chenggen took over to check them immediately. Guardian Potion Blueprint. Required materials. Luminous fruit 0/5, thorn turtle shell powder 0/10 of a gram, lime fruit 0/10. Required knowledge. Alchemy LV.5. Powerful healing potion blueprint. Required materials. Blood clotting grass 54/30, red chrysanthemum fruit 95/30, red xylocarpus 14/5. Required knowledge. Alchemy versus .5. Holy potion blueprint. Required materials. Holy light fruit 0/10, magic fishy fruit 0/10, evil soul 0/100. Required knowledge. Alchemy LV.10. After reading these 3 potion blueprints, Chen Chenggen knew the effects of the first 2. The Guardian Potion is actually a shield that can obtain 50% of the maximum life value after drinking. As for the powerful healing potion, he still has 1000 milliliters capacity left in his storage space. But the Holy Potion, this is the first time Chen Chenggen has encountered it. And the material of this thing actually needs 100 evil souls. More importantly, this potion needs to reach IV.10 in alchemy to be refined. What is the effect of the Holy Potion? Chen Chenggen couldn't help asking. Holy Potion, I don't know about this thing, it was passed down from my father. Although I can refine many middle-level medicines now, but so far, I still haven't been able to refine high-level medicines like holy medicine. The old medicine man sighed regretfully. This made Chen Chenggen frown. Before he knew the effect of the holy potion, he was still hesitant to buy the blueprint. After all, to refine this thing, he needs at least 400 evil souls. Among them, 300 evil souls are used to improve the level of alchemy, and the other 100 evil souls are used as medicine materials. How many soul coins are needed for this blueprint? Quote. Chen Chenggen thought for a moment, and decided to buy the blueprint of the holy potion. As for the drawings of the Guardian Potion and the blueprint of the powerful healing potion, he does not plan to buy them for the time being. Compared with Guardian Potions, there must be many people who prefer healing potions. For the blueprint of the powerful healing potion, Chen Chenggen does not need the blueprint, and can be refined with a certain probability. Therefore, apart from the blueprint of the holy potion, the other 2 are of little value to him. Although the refining of the sacred potion is extremely difficult, it is still a high-level potion after all. Since you and I are both members of the Pharmacist organization, I only need 1000 soul coins to give it to you. After pondering for a moment, the old pharmacist gave the price. Okay, 5 more potion materials. Chen Chenggen nodded and said. Evil souls are rare items, and I can't find them for you. 50 holy light fruits and 50 magic fish fruits, I will charge you 200 soul coins. Seeing the price given by the old medicine man, Chen Chenggen immediately took out 1200 soul coins and paid them to the other party. Thank you for your generosity, please wait for me here for a while, I will get the materials now. After putting away the soul coins, the old medicine man left here, preparing to prepare medicine materials. I thought the soul coins were enough, but I didn't expect to spend them all so quickly. Seeing the personal information interface, there are only 20 soul coins left, Chen Chenggen couldn't help sighing. But after coming to the market, these expenses are used in important places. The Wolf King sword was remade, 4 props, bone amulets enough to exchange for top treasures, a large number of potion materials, etc. Among them, Chen Chenggen acquired a large amount of medicinal materials, enough for him to refine for a long time. So he didn't feel bad at all when he spent the more than 12,000 soul coins. While waiting for the old potion man, Chen Chenggen hung the mysterious pendant Y and the mysterious pendant X on the auction interface. Chat area 4,912 people. I was pretended by the dog boss again. TMD, watching them pretend with blue equipment is worse than killing me. By the way, what rewards did you all choose? No one didn't choose skills. That must be a skill. Although it's only a white quality, it's really helpful to the battle. It's easy to blame. Go and have a look quickly, the boss of Chang'an is auctioning off good things again. Let's take a look. Wo Ri, you read it right, it's actually a reusable item, and it does so much damage. Everyone in the original chat area was immersed in the joy after winning the hegemony. But someone saw the two mysterious pendants that Chen Chenggen had just hung on the auction interface, and immediately spread the news. In an instant, countless people ran to the auction interface. Some people have even started to participate in the bidding, and the prices of the two mysterious pendants are slowly rising. But this time Chen Chenggen set the limit at half an hour, and at the same time set the demand as soul coins. Because he is still planning to transfer to other shops in the occupation area, at least he needs to understand the abilities of other occupations. And in this process, soul coins might be spent again. So he needs to obtain a soul coin in a short time. In addition, judging from the current situation in your own area, soul coins are definitely more profitable than evil souls. After all, after winning the hegemony, there are quite a few people who choose skill rewards. And they will definitely spend the soul of evil to improve the skill level. In this way, the number of all evil souls will not be too much, but there will be more soul coins. Therefore, setting demand as soul currency can actually earn more. After half an hour passed, two prompts appeared in front of Chen Chenggen's eyes. Reminder: the mysterious pendant Y has been auctioned, and 980 soul coins have been obtained. Reminder: the mysterious pendant X has been auctioned and 1100 soul coins have been obtained. Zhao Hao. After the auction, the soul coins in Chen Chenggen's hands were directly increased to 2100. This can be regarded as a wave of blood recovery. If it wasn't for consideration, every buyer who successfully auctioned would need to take out a lot of things and trade soul coins from other people to have enough capital. Chen Chenggen wanted to go to the black market again to resell some items. After a while, the old pharmacist arrived late with several boxes of pharmacy materials. I'm sorry, there are a lot of materials. This time I also counted the high-quality materials, so it took so long. You can inspect the goods first to see if the appearance and quantity are correct. The old pharmacy man opened the boxes one by one, revealing a large number of pharmacy materials. Chen Chenggen glanced around, and he was able to notice that there was no problem in terms of product appearance or quantity. So he immediately put all of them into the storage space and prepared to leave here. After leaving the shop of the old pharmacist, Chen Chenggen wandered around the occupation area. However, after wandering around for a long time, I didn't gain much. The only thing he pays more attention to is enchanters and synthesizers. Unlike rune scrolls, only weapons can be enchanted. An enchanter can enchant any part of the equipment once. Originally, Chen Chenggen wanted to enchant all his equipment. When he heard that purple quality equipment could not be enchanted, he left without interest. Equipment that is not of purple quality or above cannot be enchanted. The main reason is that the enchanter is not good enough, and if he rashly enchants purple quality equipment, it is likely to cause the energy resonance of the equipment to be out of tune. Energy resonance disorder, although it will not affect the basic attributes of the equipment, but it will seriously affect the strength of all equipment effects. Therefore, Chen Chenggen did not find the enchanter to forcibly enchant, but chose to leave directly. As for the synthesizer, the opponent's ability is a bit interesting. It is possible to synthesize some props that do not conflict in nature. But what product will be synthesized in the end, even he himself does not know. In this regard, Chen Chenggen only chose to pay attention to one or two things. He is going to wait for some extra props in the future, and then look for a synthesizer to try to synthesize. As time goes by, the night is coming. Chen Chenggen returned to Rock's shop. I'm back, it just so happens that your weapon is finished, come and get it yourself. Seeing that the person who came was Chen Chenggen, Rock with a deeply tired face, sat on the chair and pointed to the side, the Wolf King sword in the obsidian. Compared to before, the current Wolf King sword has changed tremendously. The original silver-white sword body has turned into a dark golden color, revealing a low-key sense of nobility. The two sides of the sword are branded with earth runes, fire runes, thunder runes and hurricane runes respectively. Although the sword grid is still inlaid with evil spirit gems, there is a subtle energy root in the center of the evil spirit gems, which is connected to the evil spirit runes branded on the hilt. As for the wolf head statuette that was originally at the end of the hilt, it was erased. For some reason, seeing the new Wolf King sword, Chen Chenggen always felt that it had a powerful aura like a king. It's like meeting the mirror image incarnation of Storm Lord Sokka back then, facing BJDG, Fang's unique temperament. Walking to the Black Yao boulder, Chen Chenggen pulled out the Wolf King sword and checked the specific information. Wolf King sword. Quality: golden. Equipment requirements: all 4-dimensional attributes are 200. Attack plus 800. Equipment effect: King Wolf's Lonely Soul passive. When you attack, King Wolf will coordinate the attack, causing 500 soul damage. Tip: soul damage is a high-level damage ability, which is almost equivalent to real damage, but it cannot affect the material level. Final/active: activate the ultimate power of the Wolf King sword, release the power of earth, wind, fire and thunder, lock all targets in a wide range, and cause destruction damage of the sum of 4-dimensional attributes 50. Consumes 2500 mana, cooldown time is 24 hours. Tip: destruction damage is the highest damage ability, which is equivalent to real damage, but it will cause an additional body-shattering effect, and can attack the soul body. Introduction: this is a king's sword that contains the power of the universe. The lonely King Wolf has surpassed all things. After reading the information about Wolf King sword, there was only one thought in Chen Chenggen's mind. Holy crap! After the refurbishment was completed, the Wolf King sword became golden quality. Its attack power is 3 times higher than the purple quality. But this is just the basic attributes. The strongest part of the Wolf King sword lies in its 2 equipment effects. The first equipment effect is a passive ability. As long as Chen Chenggen is about to attack a certain target, the King Wolf in soul form will emerge and cause soul damage to the target. This is the first time Chen Chenggen has come into contact with the soul-slaying ability. No matter what kind of creature it is, no matter how strong its body is, it will be difficult to withstand the soul-slaying ability. But the most shocking thing is the active ability of Wolf King sword. Not only does it have exaggerated multiple damage, but also the final cut is to cause destruction damage. Both destruction damage and true damage can be called the highest level of damage ability. But compared to real damage, destruction damage can destroy the target's body and even soul. In addition, take the sum of Chen Chenggen's current 4-dimensional attributes and multiply it by 5,000 times. Final cut: ding out 59,000 points of destruction damage from a large-scale group attack. Such terrifying damage, not to mention the Relic Lord Incomplete whose 4-dimensional attribute is 300 points. Even a target with 500 points in 4-dimensional attributes may not be able to receive the final cut. It's no wonder that it takes a full 2,500 points of mana to activate the final slash. Even the cooldown time has caught up with the resurrection cooldown time of the Rebirth Guard. This is because its power is really too fierce. I am very satisfied with the recasting of the Wolf King sword. I will come to you next time to make equipment. After Chen Chenggen took a deep breath, he smiled at Rock. The Golden Wolf King sword is fierce, but the premise of all this is that Rock's forging skills are superb enough. As for other blacksmiths, even if Chen Chenggen took out the same materials, it would be very good if the opponent could forge the Wolf King sword into an extreme purple quality. Next time I may not be able to successfully create a golden quality. Furthermore, to create this sword this time, I estimate that I will have to rest for half a month before I can recover. Rock raised his hand and rolled his eyes. Skilled blacksmiths often consume a lot of energy when creating powerful equipment. So for Rock, it would be nice to be able to create a golden quality weapon occasionally. If he came every day, even if his body was made of iron, he couldn't stand it. Okay, come again next time you have a chance. By the way, do you recycle the equipment here? I have 1 or 2 pieces of equipment here. I don't know if you will collect it here. Chen Chenggen showed regret, but remembering that he still had some outdated equipment in his storage space, he prepared to trade them. Equipment, you can accept it, but it depends on the quality. Rock raised his chin, motioning for Chen Chenggen to take out the equipment. Soon, 2 sets of armor were taken out by Chen Chenggen. They were killing Ghost Rider before. The extreme green quality armor harvested from the opponent, the Royal Knight armor. And the dark armor of the extreme blue quality armor. Dark armor, this thing is worth 3,000 soul coins. However, my recovery price here is 2,800 soul coins. If you are willing, I will withdraw the money. As for this, Rock walked to the royal knight armor, looked at it for a moment, and frowned. This set of armor seems to be a heavy armor unique to a fallen ancient empire. It's a pity that this set of armor was branded with black magic and became the armor of the Lord Devourer. I'm sorry, this thing is on my side, and it's worth 200 soul coins at most. Rock said with some regret. Okay, anyway, I don't expect this set of armor to sell much, so I'll do what you said. Chen Chang'an nodded and said. The reason why he recycled these two sets of armor to Rock. It's because the armor of darkness is not very easy to sell in your own area. After all, even if other people can collect a large number of soul coins, the auction result will be as high as 2,000 soul coins. Compared with the true value of the armor of darkness, this is 1/3 less. As for the royal knight armor, this thing has an equipment requirement, and it needs to be 3 meters tall to wear it. This rigid requirement alone will dissuade everyone. Moreover, this set of armor will deduct the life value of the wearer every minute, and a set of Lord Devourer's armor can attract almost no buyers. So throwing it in Rock's hands is the only way. Soon, Chen Chang'an got 3,000 soul coins from Rock. Counting the previous 2 transactions of mysterious pendants, he now has a total of 5,100 soul coins. After a while, Chen Chang'an walked out of the shop, and consumed 100 mana to use the market teleport order. In an instant, a magic circle appeared at the feet of him and Xuanwu. As the space teleportation begins, both are sent back to the original scene from the bazaar. Sure enough, I'm back. Seeing the familiar statue of the patron saint in the center of the scene, Chen Chang'an raised his left hand and looked at the relic ring on his finger. Although his 4-dimensional attribute is 295 points, it is a small part worse than the relic lord incomplete. But with the final cut, he didn't even need to make extra moves to kill him in seconds. By the way, the statue of the guardian goddess can be regarded as a special building in the dungeon world. Shouldn't it be damaged by the destruction of the final cut, right? Chen Chang'an looked at the statue of the patron saint again, full of doubts in his heart. But even if it will be destroyed by the final cut, she has no choice. Even if Chen Chang'an doesn't intend to start a war with the relic lord now, he has to leave this scene and continue to explore other scenes. Because the food in the storage space is seriously insufficient. As for before, why not buy food at the market? This is because Chen Chang'an and Xuanwu, the combined food intake of the two will cost nearly 1,000 soul coins for each meal. Now it's not just that Xuanwu's appetite is terrible. After the 4-dimensional attribute has been raised to the level of Chen Chang'an, his appetite is almost catching up with Xuanwu. After all, the stronger the strength, the more energy will be consumed every day, and the appetite will naturally increase in multiples. Therefore, instead of spending soul coins to buy food, he might as well explore the dungeon scene and hunt down a few more large extraordinary creatures. Xuanwu, step aside first, so as not to be affected. Before starting the battle with the relic lord, Chen Chang'an first let Xuanwu retreat to a corner, so as not to be affected by the final chop. To deal with the relic lord, even in an incomplete form, Chen Chang'an prepared a big move to instantly kill him. After all, he can't guarantee what kind of ability the relic lord has. I don't know if the other party will master the power that was looted from the gods back then. Therefore, the instant kill upon meeting is the highest respect for the relic lord. After a while, Chen Chang'an activated the relic ring and started to challenge. In an instant, a bloody mist erupted from the relic ring. After the bloody mist gradually converged, it gradually turned into a 3-meter-tall relic lord wearing dark golden armor. He wore a ferocious beast mask on his face, and countless silver hairs fluttered in the wind behind the mask. In addition, in the hand of the ruin lord, there is actually a complete form of the thunder-slashing sword. If it weren't for Chen Chang'an, he would have used the thunder-slaying greatsword broken to recast the body of the Wolf King sword. He really thought that the rich-slaying greatsword in the hands of the Ruins Lord was real. Lord of Ruins incomplete. Combat Power Index, 100. Defense Index, 100. Introduction. The mortal lord who dared to plunder the power of the gods eventually turned into yellow sand with his people. Be careful of the blood thunder magic he has mastered, and the blood-drinking resurrection ability plundered from the blood god. It was almost at the moment when the relic lord was just formed. On the Wolf King's sword in Chen Chenggen's hand, the 4 magic runes on the blade erupted instantly, and formed an invisible force to forcibly imprison the relic lord in place. 0. In the next instant, a destructive white light covered the body of the Wolf King's sword, making Chen Chenggen feel his hands sink. However, he still struggled to lift the great sword and slashed towards the position of the Ruin Lord. In an instant, the destructive white light turned into a slashing wave, directly blasting towards the position of the Ruin Lord. Boom! The dull bombardment sounded vaguely. Under the attack of final slash, the space is continuously distorted. The stone brick floor where the scene is located is rapidly crumbling and annihilated, and even the sound is almost silenced. After the end of the final cut, a very large circular crater was soon revealed, as if it was a crater exposed by a meteorite. Even the special buildings and the statue of the guardian goddess were turned into fly ash when they were affected. As for the figure of the relic lord, it gradually disappeared with the destructive white light, and also went with the wind. Hint: you successfully defeated the relic lord. Incomplete. Hint: the seal of the relic ring is lifted, and the quality returns to golden quality. After seeing that the relic lord was indeed instantly killed by himself, Chen Chenggen was slightly relieved. But when he saw the prompt in front of him, he was suddenly a little surprised. The relic ring, especially the golden quality. This made Chen Chenggen immediately open the information interface of the relic ring. It wasn't until he saw the effect of the unsealed lord's power that he realized why the relic ring turned into a golden quality equipment spoon. Ruins ring. Quality: golden. Equipment requirements: defeat the Ruins Lord. Achieved. Mana regeneration speed plus 100%. Equipment effect: Blasphemy Blood Thunder. Active. Summon Blood Thunder to bombard all enemies in a large area, causing thunder damage of 5000 plus spirit attribute 50, and has a 15% chance of causing the target to collapse. Consumes 500 mana. Cooldown time is 1 hour. Lord's Power. Permanent passive. The maximum HP is increased to 150%. Only benefits from the improvement of basic attributes, and 30% damage immunity is obtained. When you have multiple allies, for every the 10th of May 20 allies, they can temporarily gain the 4-dimensional attribute plus the 10th of May 20 during the battle. Tip: when you no longer wear the relic ring, you can choose to strip the power of the Lord and become a permanent passive skill. Introduction: you have defeated the Lord of the Ruins, and you will become the new Lord of 090. The power of the Lord can be stripped off and turned into a permanent passive skill equipment effect. And it can increase the upper limit of health, and gain 30% damage-free ability. Under normal circumstances, after the life value of any living body is digitized, it will be displayed as 100%. However, the power of the Lord can allow Chen Chenggen to break through this upper limit and directly add half-life. More importantly, the upper limit of health is increased to 150%, and it will also benefit from the improvement of physical attributes. To put it simply, 1 point of Constitution attribute can get 10 points of health. But mastering the power of the Lord, Chen Chenggen can gain 15 points of health for every 1 point of physical attribute improvement. Perhaps in the early days, this improvement was not obvious. But as Chen Chenggen's physical attributes continue to grow and his health increases, it will also become very scary. In addition, the 30% damage-free ability is also very strong. This is a permanent buff for Chen Chenggen. Counting the effect of the stone armor, no matter what target he hits, as long as it is not the highest level of damage ability like real damage, he can directly reduce half of the damage. Not only that, but with enough friendly troops, Chen Chenggen can also temporarily increase their 4-dimensional attributes. Although he is now, only Xuanwu and Ika can be regarded as allies. But Chen Chenggen has props for summoning undead units, weird skulls. Once a large number of undead legions are summoned, and all of them temporarily get the 4-dimensional attribute plus 20. Such a legion is simply looking down upon. This is not the power of the Lord, it is completely the power of the boss. After watching the effect of Lord's power, Chen Chenggen was very pleasantly surprised. It's no wonder that after the seal of Lord's power is released, the relic ring will become golden quality. Because the effect of the power of the Lord is really too strong. Afterwards, Chen Chenggen glanced around and confirmed that the statue of the guardian goddess was wiped out, so he gave up the idea of continuing to make the protection stone. The night is coming. Suddenly, the night environment fell, and the visibility in the scene dropped rapidly. Although in the dark environment, the comprehensive ability of all dungeon monsters will increase by 50%. But Chen Chenggen now has the golden quality Wolf King sword and is not afraid of most dungeon monsters at all. Coupled with the serious shortage of food, he is going to continue to explore other scenes in the dark environment. AKAs, try to find scenes with large creatures. Chen Chenggen took out the iron sheet from the storage space, summoned AKAs, incomplete spirit body, and ordered. Master, there are no large creatures in other scenes. But if you take the channel directly ahead, you can get the most benefits. AKAs, pupils emitted a faint golden gleam, and then she spoke. Hearing this, Chen Chenggen did not doubt him, and walked directly to the dark passage in front of him. Although the main purpose is to focus on large creatures at present, the benefits are also important. After a while, Chen Chenggen brought Xuanwu and AKAs to the 51st scene. This is a wet space, with many plants growing beside the wet soil. In addition, Chen Chenggen saw a strange creature in the center of this scene. The opponent presents a humanoid appearance, the main parts of the whole body are bark, and there is a pair of sharp wooden claws. But at the connection points of these main parts, it is a pitch-black shadow. And on the position of the other party's head, there is a red light flashing, like the other party's eyes. On the whole, it looks like a humanoid ghost manipulating many tree barks to stick on itself to form a defensive layer. Evil Wood Spirit, Combat Power Index, 65. Defense Index, 65. Introduction. The wood spirit corroded and deteriorated by black magic turned into a bloodthirsty monster. It is a strange creature with a half-material half-spiritual body. It can summon twisted worms to attack the enemy, and it can handle wood magic and evil spirit magic. After reading the information given by the alien tactical glasses, Chen Chenggen realized that this monster was actually an evil creature distorted and mutated by black magic. In fact, wood spirits, like stone statues, are evolved from elements. However, under the erosion of black magic, it has become a more powerful and ferocious monster than the wood spirit. Woo! It was like the sound of an ancient war horn, coming from the evil wood spirit. The next moment, hundreds of white fat worms emerged from the soil. These worms look disgusting, but what is chilling is the mouth of these worms, which is full of sharp teeth, just like the mouth of a lamprey. Xuanwu, next to Chen Chenggen, spouts jet black water of the underworld. Wherever the dark water went, all vegetation was robbed of their vitality, and at the same time withered in an instant, they turned into ashes. At the same time, hundreds of twisted worms that originally wanted to attack Chen Chenggen fled around as if they were facing a formidable enemy. However, under the control of Xuanwu, the dark water instantly washed over all the twisted worms. In an instant, the seemingly powerful twisted worm died suddenly on the spot. The plump white body also turned into a shriveled shape. Seeing this scene, the pupils of the evil wood spirit emitted a more dazzling red light, as if wanting to attack Xuanwu in anger. But in the next second, its movements were stunned. Because Chen Chenggen suddenly appeared in front of it without knowing when. It's a pity that it's not a flesh and blood creature, otherwise it would be able to extract the liquid with the tooth of God. Chen Chenggen's tone was indifferent, and at the same time he waved the Wolf King sword in his hand, piercing the chest of the evil wood spirit with one sword. At the same time, a 5-meter-tall snow-white king wolf soul suddenly appeared behind the evil wood spirit, and slapped the opponent's back with its soul-shaped wolf claws. With a bang, the red pupils of the evil wood spirit, whose body and spirit were attacked equally, gradually dimmed. The attack of the Wolf King sword is already powerful, so it is normal for the evil wood spirit to be unable to withstand it. However, in the face of the King Wolf's soul attack, the evil wood spirit with a strong spiritual body naturally couldn't even deal 500 soul damage. This made Chen Chenggen suddenly discover that the gold content of soul damage seems a bit beyond imagination. Kill the evil wood spirit, night environment, get 150 soul coins, 150 evil souls, and the heart of the wood spirit. After killing the evil wood spirit, the king wolf gradually disappeared. But before it disappeared, it raised its eyebrows at Chen Chenggen, like a young child, a little mischievous. To have this kind of reaction, maybe this is the effect of Wang Hun. Chen Chenggen chuckled, not rejecting the existence of a sword spirit like King Wolf. Then he walked over to the corpse of the evil wood spirit. After the opponent died, the gloomy, pitch-black body disappeared, leaving only some bark and 3 small light clusters that just fell out. Chen Chenggen put away the soul coin and evil soul first, before picking up the last item. Heart of Wood Spirit. Effect. The power of wood magic used by the wearer will increase by 15%. Introduction. The concentrate of wood elements is the favorite of wood mages. After seeing the effect of Wood Spirit Heart, Chen Chenggen directly put it in the storage space. Although it can enhance the power of wood magic, he currently does not have the skills to master this type of element. Then Chen Chenggen picked up the bark left by the evil wood spirit from the ground. Evil bark. Effect 19. Long-term carrying will gradually have some negative effects. Introduction. The bark full of evil power can easily make the bearer appear in a bad state. After reading the information of the evil bark, Chen Chenggen directly discarded it. I thought it could be a forging material, but I didn't expect it to be a purely negative item. Immediately afterwards, Chen Chenggen walked to the center of the scene and found a silver box dropped here. This made him turn it on immediately. Silver box has been opened. Congratulations, you have obtained 450 soul coins, 450 evil souls, and Wood Spirit City drawings 1/3. Is this the silver box? Seeing the silver chest, Chen Chenggen was surprised that 450 soul coins and 450 evil souls actually came out. But thinking of my luck attribute, it has been raised to 2 points, and it seems reasonable to be able to explode more income. No wonder the luck attribute is the most difficult attribute point to obtain, so the gold content is so terrifying. Thinking of this, Chen Chenggen put away the soul coin and evil soul, and then picked up the last item. Sketch of Wood Spirit City 1/3. Effect. Completing the incomplete blueprints can synthesize the blueprints of Wood Spirit City. Tip. Wood Spirit City is one of the special scenes, and it is the scene with the strongest wood elements in the dungeon world. Introduction. This incomplete blueprint seems to record the location of the legendary lost ancient city. Wood Spirit City. Chen Chenggen felt a sense of uncertainty. However, he can only put it away first, and only then can he explore the Wood Spirit City when he has the opportunity to find the other 2 incomplete blueprints. Then Chen Chenggen took out the deep magic bottle and used all the 600 evil souls he had just harvested for refining. After confirming that the current scene has no other valuables except some ordinary vegetation, Chen Chenggen is ready to go to the next scene. Master, you can take the passage on the right this time. There are large creatures over there. Hearing what AKAs said, Chen Chenggen resolutely walked to the dark passage on the right. After a while, they shuttled through the passage and came to the 50-second scene. The moment Chen Chenggen stepped into this scene, he felt a hot breeze blowing. Looking carefully, I found that this is a cave, and the rock layers in all directions are fiery red and emitting a hot temperature. At the same time, in the center of this scene, there is a giant wild boar with a height of more than 10 meters. The opponent's fur was orange-red, and there was actually a flame burning between its brows. Flaming Pig King. Combat Power Index, 70. Defense Index, 65. Introduction. A pig-like supernatural creature with super impact force and fire magic. When it burns with flames, the temperature can reach the level of magma. Chen Chenggen had just finished reading the information given by the alien tactical glasses, when he crushed the ground, turned into an afterimage, and suddenly appeared in front of the Flaming Pig King. Before the opponent could react, he held the Wolf King sword and quickly slashed several deep-cut marks. With a puff, hot blood sprayed out from the Flaming Pig King. At the same time, the soul of the King Wolf also began to emerge behind the Flame Pig King. Under the slap of its soul wolf claws, the Flaming Pig King only let out a muffled sound, and then died suddenly on the spot. Changing to Chen Chenggen in the hegemony mode, it is still difficult to deal with the Flame Pig King. But with the end of the hegemony mode, and after all resources have been turned into strength, he can almost be regarded as a boss unit. Unless it is a stronger dungeon monster, it will be difficult to counter him with a few moves. Kill the Flame Pig King. Night environment. Get 200 soul coins and 200 evil souls. After killing the Flame Pig Queen at the speed of light, Chen Chenggen put away all the soul coins and evil souls. After a while, a treasure chest dropped out of the center of the scene. Chen Chenggen walked over to have a look, and found that it was actually a big golden treasure chest. The big treasure chest can not only produce 100% skills, equipment, props, but also has higher income than ordinary treasure chests. So Chen Chenggen immediately opened the golden treasure chest. Gold treasure chest has been opened. Congratulations, you have obtained 800 soul coins, 800 evil souls, the secret treasure of the Pig King, and the Shockwave skill book. In an instant, many small light clusters burst out from the golden treasure chest. Among them, the benefits of soul coins and evil souls are so rich that Chen Chenggen is a little unbelievable. After putting away these 2 rewards, he began to check the other 2 rewards. Pig King's secret treasure. Effect. You can sacrifice mana, soul coins, evil souls, and you can choose a secret treasure as a reward. The more mana, soul coins, evil souls sacrificed, the more relics to choose from and the higher the quality. When you are done using it, the item will break. Introduction. Please don't get me wrong, this is not the secret treasure of the Flaming Pig King, but the secret treasure left by its mother god. Shockwave skill book. Quality. Purple. Effect. It can release shock waves to attack targets within a certain range, causing shattering damage. When the power of the shock waves reaches a certain level, it can cause a strong earthquake effect. Required to learn. 200 evil souls. Secret treasure. Chen Chenggen looked at the palm-sized bronze tripod in his hand with a surprised expression. However, he did not choose to sacrifice immediately, and it would not be too late to use it after dissecting the corpse of the Flame Pig King. As for the Shockwave skill book, this must be learned. In addition to the spiritual intuition, which is the purple skill that Chen Chenggen independently comprehended. This is the first purple skill book he has obtained. Moreover, the intensity of the shockwave seems to be very strong, and it can even cause a strong earthquake effect. After spending 200 evil souls, the shockwave skill book turned into a fluorescent light, flooding into Chen Chenggen's mind. Shockwave. Quality. Purple. Effect. You can release the shockwave from any part of the body, and you can also release the shockwave slash through the weapon, which can cause large-scale shattering damage of the sum of the strength attribute and the physical attribute 20. The shock wave can be divided into weak effect, strong effect mode. The weak effect only causes half of the original damage, and the attack range is reduced by half. Consumes 200/500 mana, no cooldown. Required to level up. 200 evil souls. After mastering the shock wave, Chen Chenggen discovered that this skill actually has 2 attack modes, weak and powerful. Although the damage caused by the former and the attack range will be cut in half, the mana consumption is not much. The latter is the true power of shockwave. However, compared to other skills, this skill is very flexible, and can release shock waves through any body part. It can even be attached to the Wolf King sword, releasing a shock wave to slash. And this skill does not have any cooling time. This alone is enough to highlight the strength of the offensive purple quality skill. It's not a bad skill, but I didn't expect it to be so strong just because of the purple skill. I don't know how strong the golden quality skills are. Chen Chenggen is very satisfied with the shockwave skill. Compared with equipment and props, skills are almost the most difficult to acquire, second only to props of the only nature under normal probability. After collecting all the rewards, Chen Chenggen walked to the corpse of the Flame Pig King and began to dissect it. Pig King meat. The flesh and blood of the extraordinary creature Flaming Pig King can greatly satisfy hunger, and long-term consumption has a chance to increase flame resistance. Pig King fangs. The huge fangs of the extraordinary creature Flaming Pig King are extremely aggressive and are excellent forging materials. Thick hot skin. The fur of the extraordinary creature Flaming Pig King can be used to make warm and heat-resistant cloth armor, and it is an excellent forging material. About an hour later, Chen Chenggen completely dissected the huge Flaming Pig King. In addition to the 200 kg thick hot skin, and a pair of 3-meter-long Pig King fangs. He also dissected 9,000 kilograms of pork king meat from the Flame Pig King. It can only be said that it is a pig creature, with more flesh and blood than other extraordinary creatures. Even for the current Chen Chenggen and Xuanwu, such a quantity of pork king meat is enough for them to eat for 3 or 4 days. In addition, the bones and internal organs of the Flaming Pig King can also be used to cook soup and eat, and the effect is the same as that of the Pig King meat, with a probability of gaining flame resistance. After the planing was completed, Chen Chenggen immediately set up a bonfire and began to grill the king pork. As for Xuanwu, he was a little hungry. Regardless of whether the pork king meat was cooked or raw, he just gobbled it up. After a while, when the pork king meat was roasted, Chen Chenggen also began to enjoy it quickly. The deep magic bottle has been refined. Chen Chenggen had just eaten half of it when he noticed a strange fluctuation from the deep magic bottle, so he took it out. In an instant, 60 soul crystals spewed out from the mouth of the deep magic bottle. This time, let's give Ekasuo the second ability first. Anyway, there are still a lot of evil souls. Chen Chenggen thought for a moment, and placed these soul crystals on the iron plates. Seeing this, AKAs, who was floating in midair, immediately returned to the iron plate and began to absorb the soul crystal. The 60 soul crystals were absorbed by AKAs in less than a minute. Ancient Ghost AKAs broken. Status: extremely weak. Ability: Dungeon Scene Perception, Treasure Perception, inactive 1.1%. Treasure Perception. It seems that this ability is slightly greater than expected. After reading AKA's information interface, Chen Chenggen was thoughtful. If it is only the perception of dungeon treasures, then Akas can only perceive the scenes of the dungeon world and the hidden treasures. But if it is treasure perception, then when Chen Chenggen goes to a special scene like a market in the future, he can quickly lock the treasure with the highest value through AKAs. However, Chen Chenggen felt a little headache when he saw AKA's third ability. According to the previous situation, AKA's was only short of 49 soul crystals to fully activate the second ability. However, Chen Chenggen absorbed 60 soul crystals for the opponent, and the remaining 11 pieces turned into the third ability 1.1% progress bar. Doesn't this mean that 1000 soul crystals are required for AKAs to fully activate the third ability? It seems that I can only wait for the future and slowly accumulate for her. Single quote. However, both abilities have been activated. Why is the state still extremely weak? Could it be that you have to find the other half of AKA's spirit body before you can return to normal? Chen Chenggen's attention turned to AKA's state. So far, her spiritual body has recovered more solidly, and her state has not been seen, and she has escaped from extreme weakness. For this point, Chen Chenggen is not clear whether the other party lacks the other half of the spirit body, or something else, in order to get out of the state of extreme weakness. After a while, AKA's spirit body floated out of the iron sheet. At this moment, her spirit body is almost solidified, as if she has a body. Even the expressions are more emotional than before. Master, there is a fiery mine 10 meters underground over there. After fully activating the treasure perception ability, AKAs quickly noticed the hidden treasure in this Nuo Lihao scene. Blazing hot mine. Hearing the words, Chen Chenggen got up and came to the location pointed by AKAs. As he trampled on it, the ground suddenly cracked, exposing a scene 10 meters underground. There is a special ore about the size of an adult. The ore is golden red, just like gold in the process of smelting. Chen Chenggen jumped down and pulled it out with one hand. Although the surface temperature of the blazing hot mine is more than 100 degrees. But Chen Chenggen's skin is not affected at all, and its heat resistance is far superior to that of ordinary creatures. Blazing hot mine. Effect. When used to forge weapons related to the nature of flames, the ability related to the nature of flames can be used to greatly increase the power. It is an excellent forging material. Introduction. An extremely rare underground mineral, which has a 0.147% probability of being born only in an environment near magma. After seeing the information about blazing fire mine, Chen Chenggen knew that it was a rare forging material. This is not only because of the harsh conditions for the birth of the blazing hot mine, but also because it has been given the 4 words, excellent. Pig King Tusk is also an excellent forging material, which is enough to create purple quality equipment in Chen Chenggen's judgment. Because of its high lethality, even if it is an extreme blue quality armor, if it is attacked by the Pig King's fangs, it will definitely be damaged. However, such destructive Pig King fangs can only be rated as excellent. It is so outstanding, it represents the fiery flame mine, and it can definitely become the main forging material of the extremely purple equipment. Especially with the power of Fire Scroll, the equipment made by the blazing flame mine will have stronger power. The blazing hot mine that Chen Chenggen got in his hand weighs a full 300 kilograms. With this thing, the next time I go to Rock to build equipment, I will definitely be able to create purple quality equipment. After putting away the fiery mine and finding that there was no other value in this scene, Chen Chenggen went back to the campfire and continued to enjoy the food. At the same time, he also put the remaining 800 evil souls into the deep magic bottle, waiting for the refining to be completed. After about half an hour, Chen Chenggen and Xuanwu were ready to go to the next scene after eating and drinking. The main reason is that this scene is too hot. Even if Chen Chenggen has high physical attributes and strong heat resistance, he still feels a little uncomfortable. Moreover, this scene will have a certain impact on the refining of pharmaceuticals. So Chen Chenggen is ready to go to a suitable scene to rest and refine the potion. Master, the scene on the left is more suitable for rest. Hearing AKA's prompt, Chen Chenggen immediately walked to the dark passage on the left. After a while, he brought Xuanwu and Ikas to the 53rd scene. This is a quieter, cooler meadow. The range of grassland is very large, and in the center of the scene, there is a group of wild wolves with a height of 2 meters and a body length of more than 3 meters. Mutated Wild Wolf. Combat Power Index, 18. Defense Index, 14. Introduction. A creature mutated from wild wolves with a strong bite force. When the mutated wild wolves form a pack of more than 50 wolves, even a one-eyed titan will be hunted by the pack. Mutated wild wolf. Chen Chenggen turned off the information given by the alien tactical glasses, and walked towards the wolves very calmly. Seeing Chen Chenggen approaching, the biggest wolf in the pack, who looked like the leader, couldn't help howling. But in the next second, they all crawled on the ground, cowering, as if encountering some terrifying existence. Chen Chenggen was a little confused when he saw this scene. But when he suddenly saw the soul of Wolf King floating out from the sword of Wolf King, he knew what was going on. Although the King Wolf has a soul body, it is superior to many wolf life forms and is the absolute king of the wolf pack. Even if the poisonous Wolf King appeared, he could only surrender like a younger brother in front of the King Wolf. Unfortunately, I don't need Xiao Pang. Chen Chenggen murmured softly, and the King Wolf on the side tilted his head, and the next moment he got back into the Wolf King's sword, and withdrew the King's pressure on the wolves. The mutated wolves without any sense were stunned for a moment, then stood up and roared, intending to attack Chen Chenggen. But at this moment, a ferocious breath of giant beasts suppressed them on the grass again. Chen Chenggen turned his head and saw that Xuanwu was showing a displeased expression. It seems to be expressing that it can also achieve the same level as the King Wolf. What are you fighting for? As long as you can grow into an adult form as soon as possible, that's enough. Chen Chenggen smiled helplessly. Although Xuanwu has not yet grown up, as long as it reaches adulthood, it must be the top extraordinary creature. In particular, it is born with the power of death, and once it reaches adulthood, it may have a stronger ability to control death. BJCI, at that time, even if Chen Chenggen encounters some powerful enemies that are difficult to deal with, he can also rely on Xuanwu's death power to kill his opponents. Roar! Xuanwu let out a low growl, and restrained his ancient giant beast aura. On the other side, the mutated wolves were stunned for a moment, completely unaware of what happened. But in the next second, the dark golden blade began to hunt every mutant wolf. And under the extraction of the blood god's fang, almost every mutated wild wolf has very little blood left in its body just after death. Kill the mutant wolf night environment, get 20 soul coins and 20 evil souls. Kill the mutant wolf night environment, get 20 soul coins and 20 evil souls. Kill the mutant wolf night environment, get 20 soul coins and 20 evil souls. In less than 10 seconds, all the mutated wild wolves on the field were slaughtered by Chen Chenggen. Because the wolves are full of classes, so he got 1000 soul coins and 1000 evil souls for this kill. Even the fang of the blood god added another 5 layers of exuberant blood energy, accumulating a total of 15 layers, which increased his HP limit by 1500 points. If it is not the power of the Lord, it will only benefit from the basic attributes. Then with the fang of the blood god, Chen Chenggen will inevitably become the existence with the thickest HP in the future. After killing, a bronze box will drop out from the center of the scene. Although there are many mutated wolves, Compared with extraordinary creatures with magical powers, there is a boundary that is difficult to cross. So the treasure chest in this scene is the bronze chest. Chen Chenggen was not surprised either. He came to the bronze box and opened it. The bronze box has been opened. Congratulations on getting the holy potion. After opening the bronze box, only one thing exploded inside. However, this thing surprised Chen Chenggen. The holy potion. He has the blueprint of the holy potion in his hand. It's just that because I don't know the effect of the holy potion, I don't have the idea of refining it yet. Chen Chenggen picked up the potion bottle containing the golden yellow liquid, and immediately checked the specific information. Holy potion. Effect. Permanently increase the luck attribute by 1 point. Using this potion, the luck attribute can be increased to 5 points at most. Introduction. What a holy potion this is, it can make people so lucky. After seeing the effect of the holy potion, Chen Chenggen was stunned. Permanently increase luck attribute by 1 point. This is too fierce. Originally, Chen Chenggen wanted to refine the 1000 evil souls he had just obtained from killing the mutant wolves into soul crystals. But now he has changed his mind. The sacred medicine must be refined. After all, the luck attribute is the most difficult attribute to obtain. After reading the information about the holy potion, Chen Chenggen decisively unscrewed the cork and drank it directly. The taste of the potion was a bit bitter, but he saw in his personal information that the lucky attribute had increased from 2 points to 3 points. According to the upper limit of the holy potion, Chen Chenggen can drink up to 2 bottles of the holy potion. But as long as the luck attribute is increased to 5 points, he is already very satisfied. Luck is an elusive thing, but it can allow Chen Chenggen to gain greater benefits when opening treasure chest rewards. Smelling the faint smell of blood in the air, Chen Chenggen decided to deal with the corpses of the mutant wolves first. As his dissecting skills became more and more proficient, it only took about half an hour this time to dissect all the corpses of 50 mutated wild wolves. This also allowed Chen Chenggen to obtain about 8,000 kilograms of mutated wild wolf meat. As for the wolf fur, wolf teeth, etc., I also gained a lot. But these materials can only be used to create green quality equipment, so he didn't bother to count them, and he could just pack them up and sell them to Rock later. After a while, Chen Chenggen set up a bonfire, took out a dry pot and pure water, and prepared to boil it. Then he found alchemy on the skills interface, and spent 300 evil souls to upgrade it. In an instant, a lot of medicinal knowledge poured into Chen Chenggen's mind. Alchemy IV.max. Quality. Blue. Effect. When refining low-level potions, there is a 100% success rate, and there is a 30% chance to upgrade it to the middle level. There is a 50% success rate in refining medium-level potions. There is a 20% success rate in refining high-level potions. Reminder: this skill has reached the upper limit of the level and cannot be further upgraded. After raising the alchemy technique to level 10, it actually reached the upper limit of the level. But think about it, this is just a blue quality skill after all. Alchemy is only the basic knowledge ability of pharmacists. On top of this, there must be a higher level of medicinal knowledge ability. It's a pity that Chen Chenggen hasn't met him yet. If there is no accident, the holy potion corresponds to the upper level. There is only a 20% success rate, and the risk is a bit high. Chen Chenggen frowned slightly. Ever since he came into contact with Goose Factory games, he has never believed that low probability can produce good things. So he has a natural aversion to things with low probability. However, the knowledge of medicine is different from that of games. Whether it can be successfully refined depends more on the pharmacist himself. 20% success rate. This just means that if you want to refine a high-level potion, the full-level blue quality alchemy can only give this possibility. As for whether it can be successful, it can only be said that it depends on human effort. Call. Chen Chenggen took a deep breath, adjusted his state, and prepared to be in a better state to refine the holy potion. Counting 500 evil souls as materials, he currently has 5 materials, which can be used to refine holy potions. So now he has 5 chances. As long as he can succeed once, it is not a loss. After a while, Chen Chenggen took out the drawings of evil soul, holy light fruit, magic fish fruit, and holy potion. He flipped through the refining method on the blueprint several times, and after simulating it in his mind a few times, he began to refine the holy potion for the first time. Asterisk asterisk. Boom. 10 minutes later, Chen Chenggen threw the dry pot, causing an explosion in an instant. The medicinal properties of the holy light fruit and the magic fish fruit conflict too much, and it is too difficult to reconcile them only by mana. The old man's father, did he miss some neutralizing materials? After the first refining failure, Chen Chenggen reflected for a moment, feeling that this blueprint lacked some potion materials. Although the drawing clearly records the refining method of the holy potion. But during the refining process, the medicine knowledge in Chen Chenggen's mind seemed to be saying, what kind of refining method is this? Forget it, add some red chrysanthemum fruit to neutralize it, and see if there will be any changes. Chen Chenggen thought while walking, picked up the dry pot, confirmed that the dry pot had not been blown up, and prepared to continue refining. He failed in refining in the past, at most he produced some ineffective liquids. This is the first time the matter of the friar has appeared. However, Chen Chenggen also plans to go to the market next time, and he must buy a batch of good quality dry pot from the old man of medicine. In order not to be able to refine medicine after the only dry pot he had was blown into pieces. After gaining the experience of the first time, Chen Chenggen became faster at refining the second time. After waiting for 10 minutes, he watched the pale golden liquid appear in the dry pot, feeling that the refining was successful, but also feeling that the refining failed. Lucky potion. Effect. Every time you drink 100 milliliters of capacity, you can temporarily gain 1 point of luck attribute, which can be temporarily increased to 10 points of luck attribute, lasting for 2 hours. Asterisk. Introduction. A certain pharmacist, relying on his own knowledge and intuition, practiced this superior potion by mistake. Perhaps we should not add neutralizing materials, it is possible for the group to refine the holy medicine map. Chen Chenggen stared at the lucky potion in the cauldron, with a pensive look on his face. The real holy potion can permanently increase the luck attribute. In contrast, the lucky potion can only be temporarily improved. Permanent and temporary, you can tell how big the gap is at a glance. But even so, it doesn't mean that the lucky potion is inferior to the holy potion. Because of the holy potion, it can only be increased to 5 luck attributes at most. The lucky potion can temporarily increase the luck attribute to 10 points, and it can last for 2 hours. The luck attribute is doubled, and the income obtained from opening the treasure box is also very different. In any case, this is at least a high-level potion. Holy potion, let's try it next time. Chen Chenggen put all the lucky potions into the porcelain, which has a full capacity of 500 milliliters, which is enough for him to temporarily increase the luck attribute by 5 points. Then he put away the dry pot. Although he only refined it twice, each refining consumed a lot of his mind. Blacksmiths consume a lot of mental energy to create high-quality weapons, and pharmacists are not far behind. After a few minutes, Chen Chenggen saw that his mana was back to full, that is, after returning to 2,950 points. He took out the Pig King's secret treasure from the storage space and prepared to open it. For this thing, you need to sacrifice mana, soul coins, or evil souls to choose one of the secret treasures left by the Pig Queen Mother God. The greater the price of sacrifice, the more and higher the quality of secret treasures to choose from. There are only 800 evil souls left, let's keep them. There are 7,700 soul coins. You can sacrifice some of them. After thinking for a while, Chen Chenggen prepared to sacrifice 2,950 mana points and 2,700 soul coins. In an instant, the palm-sized bronze tripod absorbed mana and soul coins instantly. The next moment, a reminder appeared in front of Chen Chenggen. Reminder. The sacrifice has been completed, you can choose one of the secret treasures of the Goddess of all souls. I hope everyone will support it and subscribe more.